Mhm.
Alright, guys, welcome to the new commentary for Friday 13th Part 6. This is Core Script.
This BDG reviews.
Yeah, I just had the urge to watch Friday the 13th 6, so we decided to make that the commentary.
Yeah, yeah. This movie's a classic, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, it's one of those underrated classics.
Where does this rate in your,
It's one of my favorite of the Friday the 13th
yeah,
series.
yeah, mine's either 5, this, or Part 8.
Yeah, I think it goes kind of for me like 5, 6, and then maybe 7, just because I love that Jason design.
Yeah, what about 4? Because everyone seems to love
Oh,
4.
yeah, 4 is a masterpiece.
Yeah, I even like 3, too.
Yeah, I almost sort of think, you could take the original 4 movies and consider them their own, like,
Story, yeah,
yeah, their own self-contained story. And then after that, well, obviously he became like a zombie or whatever, but
yeah,
everything sort of, then the rest are, their own continuity.
yeah. Weird, alright. Yeah, I think they only made, if anyone's watching this, we're watching the Blu-ray. I
Yep.
think this would be the Blu-ray everyone would have if they did, or if they
Yeah,
had the DVD, they could just sync it up.
honestly, from what I know, I think the DVD, everything about it is the same. I mean, the picture quality's not as good, but it's like the same like menu if I remember right,
Yeah,
and everything. So I think it should line up with
okay.
the Blu-ray pretty solidly.
Yeah, this is my first time watching any of the Friday the 13th on Blu-ray besides the remake.
Ah, yes.
Because I always just had that, that DVD set that from Crystal Lake to Manhattan
Oh yeah,
Paramount put out that had a badass cover of like the mask and in
yeah,
the eye hole it was like the camp.
yeah,
It's a really
yeah. I
nice
remember
box
that
set,
one.
even though the covers sucked and those little slimline things they
Oh
put in
God,
there.
yeah. Those were a nightmare.
And they used like crappy fonts and everything. Didn't even use the original.
Oh man.
Remember those?
Y- Yeah, I remember those.
Did you have that box
Honestly,
set?
yeah, I had it. I was very happy to upgrade to Blu-ray when I
Did you
had the
get that?
chance.
Did you get that tin set or did you get the slimlined set that came out last year?
I wanted to get the tin set, but by the time I was like looking for it,
It was $200.
hell, 400 for me. That was the cheapest I found it, and I was like, no.
Wow.
So I ended up buying first I bought the singles.
Did you have all of them on singles?
No, I had parts one, two, three, four, five, six, and that was it. Seven
Okay.
and eight I could never find anywhere. Um,
And the price of
so
the box set was only like $20 for me, so it made it
yeah, same here.
yeah.
Really cheap, very affordable,
So it made it
and
worth it just for 7 and 8.
yeah, definitely. And then I picked up the German import for Jason X and Jason Goes to Hell.
Yeah, I need to get Blu-rays for those. I only have DVDs for them.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the one problem with the Blu-ray of that is though, at least the German one that I have, um, Jason Goes to Hell is just the theatrical cut.
Wow. Hmm.
Yeah, so I've had to keep my DVD so that I have an uncut version.
Yeah, it sucks. Jason Goes to Hell has the most badass cover of all of them.
It does. I mean, the thing is, Jason Goes to Hell has gained its audience over the years.
Yeah, did you see in what is it? One of the horror magazines recently. I don't remember which one it was. They had like a big appreciation kind of article for
Yeah,
Part 9.
yeah, it was in Rue Morgue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool.
it's yeah, and it's kind of neat, the idea that that it has found its audience over the years. Because I mean, I remember when I first saw it, I did not like it one bit.
Yeah, well, because it don't have Jason.
Exactly, that was my whole thing. But over the years, like with parts 5 and with like
See, I always loved
uh
Part 5, you know what I mean? Even though
yeah,
it was
well,
Roy, it was still Jason to me.
yeah, it has the biggest body count of the entire series, so I
Yeah.
mean, you can't go wrong there. No, but like that, and like with Halloween 3 and everything, there are movies I didn't like at first, but over the years and from frequent watchings of them and everything, I've found an appreciation for, and it's good to see the Part Nine's getting that as well.
See, I
You
actually
know,
like Part 9 better than Halloween 3.
really.
Yeah, I'd pick Friday 9 over Halloween 3.
Well, I guess it does still fall into like the chronology of the movies and everything, doesn't it? Whereas Halloween 3 is completely separate.
Yeah, but even then, I just find it more entertaining than Halloween
Well,
3.
it's more of a well, it is still a slasher film, isn't it?
Yeah,
Whereas the Halloween 3, they went in a completely different direction, and you can't call that a slasher film by any means, can you?
yeah. I mean, like we did the commentary on Halloween 3, and I dig it, but
Mm.
even now, like when people praise it, because people praise it now, I don't see
Oh
all
yeah,
the praise for it. It's just kind of an okay movie to me. You know what I mean?
yeah. I really like it. Always have. I mean, well, not always have. At first, I didn't,
Yeah,
but I like it as its own thing. As long as you take it out of the series, I'm fine with it.
yeah.
But honestly, I could watch the Halloween series without Part 3, and
I
I
usually
wouldn't I
do.
wouldn't feel like I miss anything.
Yeah, I usually skip it when I watch them.
Yeah, I mean,
Oddly
you just
enough,
love
even though
Michael series.
you watched Halloween H2O recently, I was thinking about
Yeah,
popping that one in again too soon.
that's a pretty fun movie, honestly. I mean,
Yeah,
with the exception of that horrible CG mask.
yeah, that thing's crazy.
Yeah,
I kind of want to see that on this new TV.
yeah. It'll. I bet you it'll.
Stick out even more.
Exactly,
Because that's the thing
exactly.
about this TV is CGI definitely sticks out a little bit. Like
Yeah,
bad CGI.
yeah. The thing with CGI, my whole thing has always been it can be used really effectively,
Yeah.
but replacing a mask on an actor is not the way to do it.
Yeah, that's it's just bizarre.
Yeah,
But
and
thank
that's just
God the movie we're watching now is all
yeah.
practical.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, sorry, went off a little tangent there. We were talking about
Yeah.
slasher stuff, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But you ready to hit play on this?
Yeah.
All right, man. Three, two, one, play. All right,
Yeah.
dude. The
This
intro to
always
this
makes me
movie is
laugh.
so amazing.
Yeah.
This is the one
I
with Tony
was
Goldwyn too, right?
I think so, yeah.
Where he stabs the tire with that big spear or whatever, and they're trying to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. One thing I always found neat about that particular scene was when you see the spear coming into the
Window.
glass, into the
Yeah.
window, and you know how it veers off?
I heard that
Like into
almost
what
killed the actress.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah,
It was
no.
supposed to just go straight through, but it veered and it was like shit.
Yeah, you've seen that documentary, right?
The
Crystal Lake Memories.
Crystal Lake Memories, yeah,
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 it's such a good documentary.
great documentary. What I love about that also is since it's broke up into parts,
Yeah.
like one night you can watch for like about part 3
Oh
if
yeah,
you just
that's what
feel
I
like
did
watching that,
originally. I'd like watch part one and then watch the segment on part one, and then
Yeah.
watch part two and then watch the segment of two.
Is that dog eating like a pig?
Roadkill.
Yeah.
Is that
Interesting
like a
bit of
Texas
trivia.
Chainsaw Massacre kind of
I
thing?
think it could be. I think it could be. Interesting bit of trivia. This truck that he's driving is the same model and color and everything as the truck that the character of Pam drove in part 5.
Oh
So I
really?
guess like his like sister or whatever she was.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
See,
another interesting
picture
thing.
Tommy Doyle. Is that or
Yeah,
not Tommy Doyle? Is that his name? Tommy Doyle?
yeah.
No, it's not Tommy
Uh,
Doyle. It's
Tommy
from
Doyle.
Halloween.
Yo,
What the hell?
Tommy Jarvis.
Jarvis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you picture this guy or the one from part 5?
I picture this guy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Interesting bit of trivia about that. The guy that played him in part 5
Yeah.
became a born-again Christian.
Oh really?
And as a result, he didn't want to reprise the role, even though they wanted him for it.
Wow.
I mean, like, I wonder who's had a better career there.
Yeah, I like how the video game used this guy.
Yeah, they got it. I love this. This is like pure like gothic horror.
Yeah,
You know?
this is the one where the director was a porn director, right?
No, that was part 5.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Oh, this was McLaughlin or whatever the hell his name was. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. This one was one where I love the James Bond intro they used too.
Oh, indeed. That's just so cool. I
The
just,
poster to this one, I love the poster with that grave.
oh yeah, yeah. It's kind of simple almost, but classy looking.
Yeah.
It looks like, an old school, just fun horror movie, and that's exactly what this is.
Oh yeah.
What I love also is the fact that, you could show this to kids, you know,
Yeah.
as like an
Well, I don't know.
introduction to horror. Well, as one of a bit more harder edge, if you will,
Yeah.
like, but like, it's easily like one that you can show to someone who's just getting into horror, and it's not overly gory.
Yeah. Well,
It's
I'll tell you
not
what.
scary.
Yeah. If I was gonna introduce someone to Jason, this would be the one I'd
Yeah.
show him
Yeah, for
because it
sure.
doesn't take itself serious at all, and it's just fun.
Yeah.
It just feels 80s.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I love this scene.
Yeah. This is my
I
favorite intro for Jason.
Yeah, I love that. Hand me the crowbar. You're not gonna open that.
It's
It's
like,
like,
what you think
well,
we've been
why?
doing?
Yeah, we've dug him up, and like, we have a crowbar. It's like, what did you think it was for?
Did you
The
see
funny
this
thing
in
is,
theaters or nah?
no, no, unfortunately not. Hell, I was 6 years old when this came out, so
What year did this come out? 86?
86. Yeah. Uh, this would have been really fun in the theaters, I think.
Oh, I wish I could have seen it.
I love that also. Just all like the cobwebs and everything.
Yeah,
And
the
there
sound
we
of the
go.
casket opening up.
Yeah, man. And he's just all wormy.
Yeah, that looks. That's always. I always love when they use like real maggots and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Nowadays they'd use CG and it would look stupid.
Yeah, definitely. That scene almost makes me want to get that zombie Blu-ray, Blue Underground put out.
Yeah, I've heard
It
a
looks
lot
stunning.
a lot of good stuff. Yeah,
I mean, the Maniac, like I said, it didn't look beautiful. It wasn't. It didn't blow my socks off like I was expecting. But I
yeah,
heard the zombie like looks a lot better than Maniac.
yeah. I've heard that as well. I've heard it's like beautiful. And honestly, this one is kind of surprising me with how good it looks, considering it's
Oh yeah, it looks real good.
like on like a double feature disc.
How is it compared to the other ones on Blu-ray? I'm
It's
sure part one looks the worst, or may
part
look
one
the best. I don't know.
actually, yeah, part one actually looks pretty good from what I remember. It's been a while since I've seen it, but oh man, I just love also in this the fact that even though he's Jason isn't wearing a mask,
Yeah.
you know, but even after he comes back to life and everything, you still don't get a good look at his face.
No. Isn't there
You
one?
know,
What's the? No, it's part seven where you like get a real good look at his face or whatever with the
yeah,
zombie
like
face.
I love that. I love that makeup. I honestly do.
Yeah. When the mask breaks off or whatever.
Yeah, like splits down the middle. Some great stuff. And I just love this. It's like of all the possible things, let's hit him with lightning.
It just happens to have that big thing stuck in his stomach.
Exactly. Like if he hadn't stabbed him with that, if he'd used a machete or something, none of this would be happening.
Yeah. You know what I love also about this, Jason? You know that like
Mhm.
utility belt he wears in this?
Oh yeah, yeah,
There's something about that look I like. That looks so
yeah.
sick.
The one problem I have with that is that one maggot that falls
Yeah.
because it shows that it was shot standing up.
Yeah.
You know, and it's always this like I just love that he has these gloves. He brought them knowing full well he was gonna have to pull out like a giant spike out of the ground. Yeah.
I think this was Tony Goldwyn's first movie too.
Uh, very well could have been.
He's the one in the car coming up. Because
Yeah,
you know who Tony Goldwyn is, right?
I know the name. I'm just trying to.
He's from Ghost, and he was the villain in Ghost, and he was
Oh
in the Tales from
yeah.
the Crypt episode where he gets injected with some serum and he thinks he's dead or something, or
Oh yeah, I remember that one. I think.
yeah, when you see him, you should recognize him. He's in
Yeah.
like a show now called Scandal, I think it's called.
Ah, yeah. I just love this. It's like everything that could go wrong is going wrong.
Yeah.
You know? It's like if he just stayed at home, none of this would happen. It's like, yeah, like I'm gonna set him on fire now, so I'll light this lighter, and then it starts raining, and it's
Yeah.
like really? Well, not this lighter, this match, and then it just the sky
Yeah,
just
lets the match
opens.
out.
Yeah.
That looks so sick.
Oh yeah.
All the maggots falling and everything.
I love that he's still trying to light them. And the guy behind him, he's like, yeah. It's like, nope.
Oh man, that's so sick.
I always remember when I first saw that as a kid on VHS. I never really could figure out what he did to him.
What was it?
I
Too
knew,
dark or something?
yeah, it was like I knew he punched a hole through him, but you never properly like saw the meat and the heart and everything.
Yeah.
I just love that he put the gloves on.
Oh yeah, I forgot he does wear the gloves on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
And here we
sick.
go. The single greatest Friday the 13th opening ever.
Yep. Wouldn't you have loved to see this like when it first came out though?
It would have been awesome.
It would have been bizarre though.
Definitely. I mean, well, they say out of all like the Friday the 13th, this was one of the lowest money makers.
Really?
Yeah,
I would have thought it would have made a lot of money after part 5.
yeah. Here we go. It made 19,472,057.
Was
It's
it shitty back then?
it was the first Friday the 13th that didn't gross over 20 million.
Yeah.
And yeah, it marked the decline in box office returns. And it's the first film in the series that didn't place first in the U.S. box office during its opening weekend.
Wow.
So
I guess I bet you it was because people were disappointed with part 5.
probably I could see that, and that's one of those things. Part 5 is kind of unfairly,
Yeah, this is one of
you
those
know.
things where I think it's like Saw, where it's because this is probably wasn't considered a classic back then. Like they were just coming out
Oh
every year. This
yeah,
was like the Paranormal Activity of the '80s, you know?
yeah. But man, think how awesome it is that this was what they were
I know.
shoveling out every year as opposed to Paranormal Activity.
But see, I like the Paranormal Activity movies, no matter what anybody says. But
They're fun,
yeah,
but
there's some freaky moments in them, especially
they're
part
awesome.
3. But in like
Oh
10
yeah,
years, it's crazy to think how the Saw movies and stuff will be considered classics or looked at in new generations like this series is.
yeah. It is kind of really odd.
Yeah,
It's certainly it makes you feel old, doesn't it?
yeah, yeah. It's like when you see
Man,
people that or 18 is, people that are 18 are like born in like 2000.
I know,
That's
and
bizarre to me.
it is. It's completely weird. I love that he's just gonna like steal this shotgun.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
I've never been into a police station that had a jail like that in like The Office. Like I see it in movies and like Longmire I watched, yeah, there was a jail in
Yeah.
The Office. I've never seen it.
I don't know. Maybe it's like a small town thing.
Maybe.
You know. I
I
don't
mean, it
know.
has to be around for all these movies to do it.
Yeah. I also love about this the fact that they just changed the name of everything and just assumed that everyone would forget about Jason.
Oh yeah, what did they change it to?
Camp Forest Green.
Yeah, Forest Green.
And it's like come on, like
Remember this
like
dude and his laser scope?
oh yeah. That's
His mail order laser scope.
that's what makes it so funny. The fact that it's mail order.
Yeah,
You know,
and it's
the fact,
huge.
yeah, that it's not police issue. But puts it under his gun. He's like, yeah, I'm like a badass now.
Yeah, that's
Here we
Tony
go.
Goldwyn there, and I think that's the director's wife too.
Yeah, I find it funny though. When she's under the water,
Oh yeah, with that
you know.
card.
Yeah, and from what they say, like I think it's in either the commentary on this or in what's it called?
Crystals of
Uh,
Memories.
yeah, yeah,
Dude, that better not
uh,
leave without it.
yeah. Everyone in the theater said that.
Yeah.
I love this. It's one of the first, like almost
Oh,
like
that looks so
meta.
sick, man.
The fact that she's doing the right thing here.
Yeah.
It's like weirdo in a mask with a weapon. Let's get out of here.
You know what
And now,
also they said too? I remember in the documentary she said that they literally did nothing wrong to get killed. Like they weren't hooking up or they
yeah,
weren't doing nothing.
yeah. I love this. It's like we're gonna drive towards him, and he'll move. It's like, oh man.
Oh yeah, we should do an RIP to Steve Dash or Steve Nash or what was his name? I know it
Um,
blasts me.
uh,
I can't remember it. It's either Steve Dash or Steve Nash. Jason from Part 2 died, I think, 2 weeks ago.
yeah. I'll just bring it up and
Yeah,
find
get
out
it right. So
his
it's
name. Yeah, and
oh
also that dude from The Thing.
oh yeah, Buffett or Moffat or whatever the hell his name was.
Yeah, otherwise known as the old guy.
Yeah, what else was he in?
Oh, man, I don't know.
I know I've seen him before in other stuff. I can't think of what though.
He's one of those actors. You see him in things and you're like, okay, yeah, Donald Moffat was the guy from The Thing, and Steve Dash, yeah,
Steve
from
Dash,
Friday the
yeah.
13th Part 2. He got this piddly little gun.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I think that's like what that's like a 22 or something. That wouldn't like hurt like a fly. I just love that.
Probably just flings him
Chucks.
back.
Yeah, yeah. The way that twists when it goes in,
Yeah.
completely unintended, and yeah,
I like how they just kept the cameras rolling though.
yeah. It's like, well, it's a good shot.
Wouldn't it suck you had to be submerged in mud?
Oh yeah, and I mean, it's one thing to I guess to be submerged in water.
Yeah, but mud, and you actually had to have her head all in the mud and everything.
Yeah, I just love his reaction though. It's like they're gurgling. She's kind of looking in. He's like, oh, look at that. Oh man, and we get teleporting Jason. Uh,
It makes you wonder, like, where did
I
he
love
come
that
from?
sound effect.
Yeah,
He's like, oh, look at that. Don't leave home without it.
yeah. That is pretty cool how they did that.
I
They
love like
actually,
she was gonna give him $40 on an American Express card.
yeah, no, I would have laughed if he took it.
Yeah, that would have been
Does
hilarious.
oh, no, you know what? I feel so stupid. I was just like, does this dude remind you of that dude from Return of the Living Dead? But I'm like, it is that dude.
Yeah. Oh man.
I forgot that for a second.
Yeah. I just love how all these,
Dude, that dude's outfit's
so
cringy
80s.
80s, man. Like,
I know.
dude, that dude's... That's what I love about these horror movies, are these dudes that dress like... You know... Did you actually know people that dress like that? Because I didn't.
Not to that level.
Yeah, like you see,
I
like, a lot of these
you'd see
80s movies where they're wearing, like, boots with spurs and stuff, and...
Yeah, I never saw anyone
It's almost
that
like...
far.
I almost feel like you would only have to be on, like, Sunset Strip to dress like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, probably. It's like, I guess like the LA idea of what
Like
80s.
the MTV, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's their idea of what kids
But
wear.
you know what? Yeah, maybe there were some people dressed like that other than Sunset Strip, but
Maybe.
that's a cringy outfit, though.
I know.
Like,
And then
everyone else looks kind of normal, you know?
yeah. Well, then you got Tommy Jarvis who's like dressed like a grunge rocker.
Yeah. Yeah, he
with
does
his,
kind of. Yeah,
and then there's that coat that he wears
yeah.
with
Does
that lamb wool like
oh
collar or
yeah, yeah, I
whatever.
liked it. Does he remind you also? Have you seen the movie Repo Man?
Yeah,
Does he
yeah,
remind you of Emilio Estevez kind of in that
a
movie?
lot.
Yeah,
He looks, especially in this, he
yeah,
looks a lot like him.
yeah,
I love this. Like, I'm gonna take you to the edge of my jurisdiction, and you're gonna go away.
yeah. Like it's Rambo or something.
Yeah. Oh man. I mean, yeah. At this point, everyone should have seen Rambo, and they should
Yeah,
know exactly what would happen by doing that. This guy is awesome.
yeah. They always have to have a crazy Ralph person in it.
Yeah. What was neat actually is in the novelization of this, he actually survives right to the end.
Wow. Did you
Yeah,
ever
he does.
read any of the novels or nah?
Yeah, I read the novelization of this, and a few of the other ones and stuff.
What about the
The,
novelization of the new Halloween? I heard it's different.
yeah, I've got it. Haven't watched it yet,
Oh, you bought it?
but yeah, oh yeah, I'm looking forward to reading it. Interesting thing about this isn't the guy that properly plays Jason.
Really? I love that
Yeah,
shot though. Wouldn't that
yeah,
suck being the Jason in this movie and one of the coolest shots, isn't you?
yeah, yeah. It would. Apparently, they thought like he was too fat.
Oh yeah, isn't there a scene in here where they call him like bitch tit Jason or something? And he's got like,
Yeah, it's the scene with the paintballers.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
and they said
and
like
the
he was
thing
too
is,
fat.
yeah, and it's like, come on, like no, he looks like, admitted, he doesn't look like a corpse,
Yeah.
but he looks like, you know, big and powerful, like how Jason should.
Doesn't that dude holding the can almost seem like he's like a Johnny Depp kind of ripoff?
Completely.
Like a
I just
poor
find
man's
that's,
Johnny Depp?
yeah, I find that so cringy, the fact that he's wearing essentially a crop top.
Yeah, well, I mean, there was a lot of 80s stuff like that. To me, it's those ripped jeans, dude, where there's
Yeah.
like a whole portion of them like cut out. It ain't even a rip.
The funny thing is, nowadays, you can buy jeans like that.
Yeah, not that
Purposely
bad. Look
made.
at that, dude. You
I
know what I
know.
mean? That's too much.
I used to know people that had, like, cut jeans and everything back in the, like, 80s and everything, but never to that level.
Yeah, do you remember Trip Pants or nah?
Trip pants. That name's
They
very
were like
familiar.
probably like late 90s. They're like Hot Topic. Do you guys have Hot Topic in Canada?
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were like, you remember Hot Topic back in the 90s and early 2000s where it was all ICP, and they were like trip pants. They were like these baggy pants with a lot of chains and a lot of
yeah,
suspenders on them and all this
yeah,
crazy stuff.
yeah. I remember that.
And then Jinko jeans.
Yeah. Oh man, man, styles, man,
Yeah,
they change
this
and
Blu-ray
some
does look
stuff.
really good, especially right there.
Yeah,
I like
that
too that
guy.
these are friends of the directors, a part of his like mime. They were mimes or something.
Yeah, I just love the guy, the one guy that's all pissed off.
Yeah,
Like, damn broad, she'd stay in the kitchen where she belongs. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, sure, buddy.
It's like, yeah. I like
Yeah,
this too because they're like, the director was well, we've done a decapitation before, so how do we step it up? It's like
we'll do
triple
three.
decapitation.
And the funny thing is, this was cut horribly.
And didn't they? Isn't that footage lost?
Sort of. I mean, I think there's some like rough footage of it, but it's so rough you can't really do anything with.
Oh, really?
I think it might actually show it in Crystal Lake Memories, if I'm right.
Yeah, that Blu-ray looks real good there.
Yeah, it's surprising considering it's, two movies on one Blu-ray.
Yeah. See,
You
I
know,
wish this and Friday the 13th would, or not Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street would get like a really good box set, you know?
yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, the Nightmare box set is pretty good. The
The DVD,
Slimline.
yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
like the Slimline Blu-ray. It looks good and everything.
I'm talking about like a physical, like really good looking box
Yeah.
set, you know?
That would be good.
Oh, that
I love
looks
how
so.
shiny that
Yeah,
machete
I
is.
know.
He obviously just bought it today, and it's his new machete.
Yeah, I'd be doing that too though if I just bought it.
Yeah,
Oh hell yeah!
women can be allowed in these games. Oh man.
And I like how they said they put. Oh shit!
Yeah, and the smiley face.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah, and this was just a great scene. Also, the fact that you still see his arm. It's just, yeah, there you go. Interesting thing about this movie also, it's the only time in the entire series when there are children at the camp,
Oh yeah, yeah.
other
And I
than
heard a lot of people don't like that,
flashbacks.
where I actually like it.
I think it ups the kind of the not the fear factor, but like the thing thinking like, is he? I love this. He's gonna put it back. I don't know what like. I don't think it's gonna work, buddy. And also, this guy's death was severely cut.
I forgot how he died, honestly.
I think if you just kind of see Jason go from or something, but like apparently he ends up in pieces.
What's the one? Which Friday 13th is it with that girl of her where her last name's Voorhees in real life and the
Oh
dude she's sleeping with? Like they put a he's like against a tree where he gets killed with his belt or something. They start tightening the belt around the
yeah,
tree in his
that
face.
that was 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that he loses his paintball gun. I love it that
Starts shooting. Does anyone shoot Jason with it?
he does, and you just gotta love the reaction. He's like
Yeah.
stops, he looks down, he's like,
Isn't
"Oh,
it
you're
weird
gonna."
they said what about Roy and the killer? The last one was Roy.
Yeah, I think so.
So
I love it.
do we see Jason's bitch tits soon?
Yeah, right when he's about to take the swing. Be quiet.
'Cause I
Shut up.
always heard that, but I never really saw him.
Uh,
I mean, I guess I saw him. Yeah, maybe a
yeah,
little bit there.
yeah. And right here he's like, shoot, and it's just look. It's like
See, I don't
like
think that's
I am
that bad
gonna
though.
mess with you. Yeah, I thought he did perfectly well as Jason.
I know. I think people
You
made
know,
too big of a deal of that.
yeah. I mean, I think the whole idea was, like he was supposed to be like a corpse,
Yeah, and you
and
can tell it's a
he
man.
looks too, yeah. He's very much like a guy,
Yeah,
like a real person, not like a corpse.
I think people just take these things too serious.
That's true, especially this one. I mean,
I mean, it's part
uh,
6. Think
yeah,
about what was part 6 of Nightmare? That was Freddy's Dead,
uh,
wasn't it?
yeah,
That was the goofiest horror movie of all time. I still love
it
that movie
was.
though.
It's kind of fun.
We got to
I
do some
gotta
Nightmare on Elm Street commentaries too.
definitely, definitely. I'm still calling it. We need to do a commentary on the remake.
Oh man, I can't stand that movie. I
So
know you
many
said you
people
actually
hate it.
like it.
I do. There's something about it. I mean, it's not a good movie. Don't get me wrong. I'm not arguing that it's a good movie, but it's not as bad as people say.
You know what's weird is I when I saw it in theaters, I dug it and I bought it when it first came out, and I still dug
Mm.
it. And the first few times I watched it, I actually really dug it. But dude, the last time I watched it, I hated it.
I think the thing is, as you watch it again and again, you see more of its faults.
Oh yeah, I can't stand the dude's performance as Freddy. I don't
See,
like the girl's performance as Nancy. I don't.
well, I didn't like. Essentially, all the victims I didn't like.
See, I kind of like the kid from Haunting Connecticut. I thought that kid was okay.
Yeah, I could have done without his swim club
Oh yeah.
scene.
But I do like the whole thing though, how it kind of puts him into the flashback of how
Yeah,
Freddy got burned and stuff. But I don't know, the makeup and everything, and just the way he talked, didn't do it for me.
yeah. See, I didn't mind it honestly. Because I think the
That
thing is,
laser sight, dude.
I know. The thing is, that's a real laser sight.
Yeah.
but I think it's a laser sight for a sniper rifle.
Yeah, I don't think it's for a pistol.
No, at all. I like, don't concern yourself. This kid needs problems. Dig him up. He's like,
You know what? I love the atmosphere to this one. I think it has the best atmosphere of any of the Friday the 13ths.
yeah. Well, it has a really fun atmosphere.
Yeah, and it's
You know,
just, yeah,
like dig
a
him
lot more
up.
locations, too.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's kind of been. I guess you could say it's been a drawback in the Friday the 13th movies. The fact that it's always just in the one location.
Yeah, so I
I
always
mean,
appreciate it when they do different locations.
yeah,
Because that's the thing about, like, Nightmare on Elm Street and Halloween and stuff. You can get different locations. It's not just the woods, you know?
yeah. I mean, it's the sort of thing.
But what I like
You,
about Friday the 13th
it is what
is,
it is, right?
you know what I mean, is, like, it does differentiate itself by being based in the woods.
That's true.
So it's like, you get in those certain moods where you just want to watch a Friday the 13th movie.
Oh yeah, Friday the 13th has always been a great series, just for turn off your brain and have a good time.
Yeah. What do you think of The Burning?
I love The Burning.
Yeah, me too.
Honestly, I can't help but think that if, like, how can I put this? I think essentially all like the effects on The Burning were what Tom Savini would have done had he come back for part two of Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I think Friday the 13th part two would have been a lot better
Yeah,
if they'd done that.
finger, that finger kill or whatever. And Friday
Yeah.
the 13th is so sick.
Oh man, just buckle up. I love that he's just like, I can go away. You know, I don't know
It's so
of any
stupid
cop
when
that would.
movies do that.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, this and Rambo's the only thing I could think of.
yeah, and I mean, it didn't work out well for either of them, did it?
I like
Forest
how,
Green
do you
County.
think that sky really looked like that, or do you think they did one of them filters, you know?
I
You ever see those movies where it's daytime, but they'll put a filter in the sky to make it look nighttime, but you can tell it's daytime?
yeah, yeah. I could see that. You know, it's the sort of thing. It's just, I don't want to say it's just cheap enough for them to do it,
Yeah.
but it's just a cheesy enough effect and it works and everything for this.
This dude looks like Ted Danson.
He does. Oh man, and these two deaths were completely just added into the movie.
Yeah, oh yeah, to make it higher kill count.
Yeah.
I like
Well,
that
the
when
thing
you
is,
go to the woods, do you, like,
mm,
who dresses like that, you know what I mean?
well, apparently this guy, and apparently he somehow drove like a scooter into the woods.
Oh yeah, these guys get decapitated on the scooter, I forgot.
They get
Oh, speared. Yeah, shish
speared.
kebab.
Yeah. 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 The death of this guy and the death of those two are essentially padding.
Yeah.
I think it comes from the fact that part 5 had such a high body count.
Yeah, they had to do more.
I mean, I get it. You gotta.
What, you consider part 5 one of your favorite?
I think part 5 probably of like the. I sort of don't count part 1 because
Just 'cause it wasn't Jason.
yeah, it was.
Now, when you watch the franchise, you usually watch part 1 or nah?
I watched part 1 simply because it just adds the. There we go. It adds the actual storyline and everything.
Yeah.
And it gives you kind of what you need.
I love that.
But
You see how the blood was coming out the
yeah, that
the
would
bottle, like almost like it's what the hell is that called?
like a spigot
Maple
or
syrup
something.
type tap
Yeah, just
or whatever.
I love this. He's like, man, you should have just stuck with your girl. You'd probably still be alive. Well, maybe not, but you probably wouldn't have got shish kebabbed. Like, let's go.
What I like
She's
too is he doesn't wait long. He just You know what I mean? Like right when he looks over, he's like, "Oh shit," and then hauls ass.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. Pure filling, if you will.
yep. See, I wish they would have had the balls though to like have Jason just walk in this cabin and then just go ham on these kids.
Yeah, I mean it. Well, the thing is, it would totally change the. I love that he's reading a Jean Paul Sartre novel. I mean, there's no way that kid can understand that,
No.
no matter what, like you say. Uh,
Do you wish
and
this movie had deeper blacks though, or nah?
Deeper Blacks would be pretty nice, I got to admit. You know,
Yeah. Like if they would did like, I wonder if they'll ever release these on 4K.
I don't know. I mean, I honestly never thought they'd release like Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2.
I
And
know it's definitely bizarre.
yeah, it's
Christine, I think, was the very first like horror film they released on 4K.
yeah,
Isn't
yeah,
that weird? It took
yeah,
forever for Christine to get released on Blu-ray.
yeah. Very true. I mean, it's just odd. You know, I guess probably they were thinking like, well, there was such like a long wait for Blu-ray, and then people like the Blu-ray. Let's do the 4K. Like we
Yeah,
have the
and they
stuff.
probably the good thing is, or bad thing, is they did all the 4K masters when they made the Blu-rays.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I'm excited to check those out. Day after Christmas, I'll be getting that 4K player.
yeah.
I got like, there's so many I want to check out. Like The Nun, I haven't even seen it yet.
Oh yeah, that's gonna look beautiful on 4K.
Yeah, and then The
I
Predator, I want to see that again real bad.
oh yeah.
When are you picking those up?
Probably after Christmas. You know, like when the sales go on and everything.
Yeah. What are you picking both of them up? The Predator and
Yeah, Predator and the Nun definitely.
yeah,
Uh, you know, the Nun was actually one of my, kind of like favorite movies.
of the year.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely up there. There's a few genuinely creepy scenes in there,
Yeah. Are you picking up Hellfest too?
for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that again. That was like an unexpected gem.
That was a movie that, well, for one thing, everybody who saw it liked it,
Yeah, but nobody saw it. That was the
but
problem.
nobody saw it. Yeah, everyone was. It got no publicity or anything.
Yeah.
I mean,
What
I don't think
what's the
I think I
exact?
saw one trailer. That was it.
Yeah, I didn't hear any publicity for it. I don't think any of the reviewers, like big heavy reviewers, reviewed it. Or
Yeah,
what's the exact day Suspiria comes out?
I'll take a look.
And I wonder if Wally World's gonna carry it.
I would
If they
assume they
carried
would.
like, look it up, see who the company is who's releasing it, because that'll be a good judge if Walmart will release it.
Yeah.
I know Amazon Studios has something to do with it, but I want to know who's releasing the Blu-ray.
Okay, Suspiria. Here we go. Lionsgate.
Okay. Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
probably have it.
Yeah. Hell, it's only $18 on Amazon right now.
If you look up, what's the day it comes out?
The date is January 29th.
Really?
Yeah,
I
so
thought
the
it was
end of
sooner than
January.
that.
So, well, you never know. It might get pushed forward.
No, that can't be right, man. Because January 29th is a Saturday.
Uh, it says January 29th.
So I'm looking up. Because, yeah, movies are released on Tuesdays, and I know
Yeah.
January 29th is a Saturday.
I don't know.
So they
That's
may be getting it after release date, or I don't know.
maybe. I'll check Amazon's actual listing. Maybe that'll
Yeah, you check that. I'll check that.
Amazon. January 29th. Yeah.
What? It just doesn't seem right. 'Cause,
I
I don't know of any movies that release on a Saturday. Like the
I
13th or something.
January 29th. Oh, actually, January 29th is a Tuesday.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of December 29th. I'm tripping, dude. Okay, so yeah, January 29th.
Yeah. See, I didn't see that in the theater. I was going to, but I just never got around to it. Um,
I was hugely baked, so I'm
I've
really
been.
glad to see it again.
I know I saw there was a special feature on. I think it was on Bloody Disgusting that showed them doing some of the effects and everything, and it just looks so badass.
Dude, how hyped are you to see that one?
I'm actually very, very hyped to see that
Yeah.
because
You gonna rewatch the
you know
first one again before it comes out?
I might. Um,
I know
I've
I
said
definitely
before.
am.
I always find with the original Suspiria, I look at it more as like a work of art
Yeah.
as opposed to a movie. Because like movie wise, I don't find it that interesting.
What, the original Suspiria?
Yeah, I find it beautiful to look at
Yeah, I
and
like that
everything.
too.
I find interesting set pieces and everything, but I don't. As an actual movie, I don't find it very interesting.
Yeah.
It's weird. Holy crap! I just found out they're releasing Black Hawk Down on 4K.
I don't care about that movie.
I that's a movie I have a real soft spot for. I don't know
Black Hawk
why.
Down?
Yeah.
Honestly, I
I,
heard the war movies look great on 4K, like Saving Private Ryan. I hear it's
oh,
like one of the best 4K discs you can get.
I believe that.
Yeah, I heard like
Uh,
the best ones you can get right now are like Blade Runner 2049, and I heard The Matrix and that Saving Private Ryan, and
that's cool.
I think those are like the main ones.
Yeah. There's certain stuff, like I don't know why like they get like a 4K release, for example. Like they I know there's a new 4K of Schindler's List out.
Yeah,
I don't know. That doesn't seem like a movie to me that would really.
need a 4K. I mean,
Yeah, I mean it's a powerful enough story and everything, but it's fine as it is. It's not like a big special effects bonanza that you need really, like 4K treatment or anything.
yeah, there's some strange, definitely some strange releases they're doing. But I'm glad they're doing more old, like Philadelphia. Did you see? Got a
Yeah,
4K release.
that's one. Like why?
Yeah, I was saying that the other day. I was like, who needs that in 4K? Like,
I
who
know.
asked for that?
I don't know. I tell you what, one movie that would look really good on 4K. It's actually one of my favorite movies, but you never hear anyone talk about it. Falling Down.
Oh yeah, that's a badass movie.
I
That
love
McDonald's
that
scene
movie.
alone.
Yeah, I love that movie, but you never hear anyone talk about it.
No, yeah, I love that right
I
there.
love that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Falling Down though had a really badass media book,
Oh,
Blu-ray back in the day.
I got it.
Yeah,
I got that media book. It's one of my
I
favorites.
love when he's in traffic and he just turns the car off and walks away.
Yeah,
Oh, I
I just
love the
love
way
that
he
movie.
looks. It's almost like Michael Myers chilling in the back.
Yeah, and you see, and the utility
I
belt.
know that thing's sweet.
Whenever I see that, I keep wanting to call it the Jason belt.
Yeah,
Kind of like like Batman's belt, like the
the
Batman
Jason
utility
belt.
belt. The
Yeah.
Jason belt.
Oh, man. Have you? I'm gonna get
Oh
the old. Oh, I love that. The way he stands on top of this
yeah,
fucking meth van when it's done.
yeah. Just seeing that flip there. Have you seen that video that's out now? It's like some like I don't know whether it's police footage or like road camera footage, and it's some dude. He's just driving along in his car. He like hits something, goes flying in the air, and he hits the top of a bridge,
No, I
and
haven't
then
seen that.
it's insane. The guy survives it
You'll have to send. What would I look up to
without a
find it?
scratch. Ooh, I'm not sure. I'll take a look right now and see if I can find it. But it's you look at it and you're like, how is this guy not dead?
Well,
Like he should be dead.
yeah, you'll have to send that to me.
Yeah. Um, yeah, it's kind of insane if I can find it. That's not it. I just found what's left of some of them counselors. I love that. Um, yeah, I find it. I'll keep looking for it. Uh, I just love this. They just leave her there.
The police
It,
station.
yeah, and it's literally, the cops. It's not like it's just some random people. It's like the cops. And I love these
I
books.
know, a manual of occultism. I
Yeah,
kind of
it's
want that book.
insane. It would be really kind of like you just, sit those everywhere and
Are there any releases at all coming out this Tuesday?
um I they're I don't know.
I don't
I
think
would
so.
assume it might be on like, Thursday or something. Let's take a look. Oh, here we go. Uh 3, 6. There's 8 movies coming out.
What are like the main ones?
Um, let's see. uh, the is this Deadpool 1 and 2 are getting re-released.
No, okay.
Um,
They're really milking
Hellboy
that
2.
Deadpool franchise as much as they can.
Yeah, for sure. Something called Strawberry Estates, which is limited to 100 copies. So I'm guessing that's probably from.
Limited to 100 copies. Wow.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's probably SRS Cinema. Yeah, I don't know. It could be
Nothing really
something.
big, yeah.
Everything else is just kind of it's nothing. It's like reissues,
Yeah. I thought White Boy
and
Rick was that.
yeah, that's coming out too.
That's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that
Well,
in
it's
theaters and it was actually okay. It
yeah,
wasn't worth buying, but it was okay. I love
yeah,
Jason. I just love the way he looks in this one. It's just crazy to me he gets shit on.
yeah. I mean, it's a good design. I mean, yeah, it's not as iconic as some of the other designs, but it's still obviously Jason.
Do you think it's weird that Kane Hodder is like known as the main Jason and he didn't enter the picture till 7 movies in?
Yeah, that is a little strange, but I guess the fact of the matter is, it's just the sheer amount of uh times he played him,
Yeah, that
you
and
know?
I guess he was the most menacing.
Yeah. And he had that kind of, I don't know, like
Oh, there's you see the aftermath of Homeboy.
yeah. Yeah, apparently this was a lot more
You actually saw what happened
graphic.
to him?
Well, I know you saw like more parts, and I think more like blood splatter and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. It really is.
Why these movies got edited in the first place, especially compared to today, they're so tame.
Yeah, and I mean, let's be honest. Like, who's going to believe any of these? Like this isn't like some like faux snuff movie or something. I've said before with with like the whole video nasties thing. Some things you can understand why people were like you know not like offended or whatever, but you can see why people would have a problem.
Yeah.
Whereas stuff like this, I mean, it's all just fun.
Yeah.
There's no everyone I love this. Come on.
Oh, with the
I just
window.
love Yeah, I just love the fact that, she like loses her shoes. Man, I'm still looking for that footage of that crash. It's insane. Oh, well, damn. According to metro.co.uk, a woman bites off lover's penis in car crash.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like that Marie Bobbitt or whatever her name was.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's something eerie about the cabin full of kids in this Jason movie.
Yeah, well, it just kind of like ups the ante, if you will, you know?
Yeah.
Makes it a bit more like if he decides to take out all these kids, what does that make, us who are watching it and essentially cheering him on?
Well, I mean,
I love that she loses the shoes
yeah.
and
Oh man, that's so sick.
yeah. I also know there was more of her death.
See, it's
There,
been a
there
minute.
was
I forgot how she dies too.
Jason just kind of comes into the room and then like you just see like a blood splattered room after a while.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean you don't even see a body actually, if I remember right. You just see like blood all over the place, and you're kind of like, well, damn. Like how did that happen?
Yeah, I kind of want that jacket he's rocking.
I saw that in where did I see it? Uh, J.C. Penney, I think, or something like that.
And you didn't pick it up.
No, I was like no, no. I think it was like last Christmas or whatever, or something. I know I saw it, my first thought was, oh look, Tommy Jarvis jacket.
That's so badass. Him just carrying her headless body.
Yeah, and I love it that this kid sees it. Apparently, that girl in the movie is called Nancy,
Oh,
and there's talk that maybe it's supposed to be a thing about from Nightmare on Elm Street, like a homage.
yeah. That's kind of a weird homage though, just because it's not really that noticeable. It's real subtle.
Yeah, it's like you get down there.
One of the benefits of being a cop's kid,
Yeah,
you could do
just
all
run from
this and
the
just get away.
it's like yeah.
No regard for anybody maybe coming down the road.
No, it's just kind of like bah.
Burt Reynolds is coming here.
Yeah, I always thought that whenever I saw him, I always thought, Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, he looks just like him.
Oh
Did he say
man,
something about enchilada?
no, that's in part 5
Oh, I
again.
thought he just said
Damn
enchilada.
enchilada.
Yeah. Ooh, baby.
Oh
Ooh, baby.
man, that guy was just some of the reasons that part 5 rocked.
I know, yeah. I forget his name, but yeah.
They called him Demon in the movie.
Yeah,
and all that.
Demon, that's it, yeah.
And which is pretty
Damn
damn funny considering.
enchiladas.
Oh man. I always think with that, whenever I see part 5, when he's stabbing through the shitter with his machete, and he like gets his leg. Maybe it's just me, but if I was in there, I'd try to stay really really quiet and make it seem as if
You were
he'd
dead?
stabbed me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because
Play dead.
you'd pull it out, there'd be blood on it. It'd be like okay, and you'd maybe lose a leg.
Yeah.
Be better than getting a machete rammed through you. Oh my god, that's creepy.
What?
No, I'm still looking for that car crash thing. I've just seen the thing. It's a doll of a baby from Avatar, and it's terrifying.
Oh, you like how fake that blood looks, though?
I know. It's so much so that you can see why she'd be like, yeah, this is like a prank.
It's crazy to me they haven't made another Friday the 13th movie since the last one, what, '08 or something?
Yeah, I mean, well, I know Blumhouse are trying to get a hold of the rights.
Yeah, I hope it happens, especially after the success of Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, they are the ones to do it, honestly.
Did they consider the new Halloween a big success? Like,
Yeah, yeah, apparently it's like
they made it just made
s-
a little less than it, right?
yeah, you know, yeah, from what I know they've already greenlit a sequel.
For Halloween.
Yeah.
I hope to
So,
God they take Laurie Strode out of it, though. Like, you
what I
don't
want
get
to
tired
see,
of her?
I do, but what I want to see her go out like fighting Michael Myers.
Yeah, I just want a
Like,
different crew of people.
yeah,
I'm so tired of her.
yeah. I just kind of I want to see her like, like like grab Michael Myers and like jump into like an explosion or something.
Yeah.
You know,
In the
kind of
beginning,
like
do like I want like a resurrection type thing, but better than how it was in Resurrection. You know what I mean?
yeah. Essentially, make her the like in Scream where they kill off a big name celebrity sort of at the beginning.
Yeah.
Make it her, but do it in a way that works. That works, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm still trying to find this footage, but I can't find it. It's annoying. Well, I'll find it eventually. Damn, this creepy avatar baby thing. That's just ugh.
You should make it your picture for YouTube and Facebook and all that.
Oh my god. It would cause ugh. I think this would like scar some people.
Send it to me.
Yeah, sure. You'll see and you'll be like, well, damn.
Where did you see it at?
I just saw it on Reddit. Okay. So
Like,
yeah,
is
I
it an
just sent it.
actual toy?
Yeah, I just sent it to Facebook Messenger. It's just creepy, man. It's one of those things you see and you're just kind of like, nope.
I wonder if it's like for sale at Walmart and stuff.
If it is, that's just wrong, and people have something wrong with them. It's all so many levels of wrong. Ugh. I mean, it's right up there. This movie was half as creepy as that, you know? Be seeing something. Come on, people.
Yeah, that is weird looking.
I know it's just ugh. Like why would you make that? I mean, you get that. You put that in your window. Jason walks past because he's too scared to come in. That's the real reason he didn't kill the kids. One of those things was in there. I love this scene. You know, where he's like mirroring her.
She don't notice
That's
him.
her.
He does look
Yeah,
pretty menacing in the music.
yeah. Yeah, this is one of those things I would have loved to have seen, like her death scene play out.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good. It's left to your imagination, and it works. Being left to your imagination, but the thing is, you leave that much blood splatter, and you're kind of curious as to what happened.
Yeah, remember the blood splatter in Scream?
Yeah,
Scream 4. Remember the aftermath of that room? It was just all drenched in blood, the whole room.
yeah. I asking from this. I mean, it does build the suspense and everything pretty well. I mean, he's gonna attack, but you don't
Yeah.
know where, like, when and where from.
Yeah, as we're watching this, I kind of debating if I like 5 or this one better, because, the body count in 5 is just hard to pass.
It is. I mean, the thing is, this is like a more competent movie than Five.
Yeah.
If you actually look at it like the filmmaking and everything.
Yeah, 5
But
did just feel more sleazy and kind of
well,
brutal.
yeah. Well, it was completely, uh, porn director,
Yeah.
and from what I know, he actually got like some porn stars in it.
Yeah, and that scene where Homeboy kills the one fat guy with an axe.
Yeah,
It's such a brutal scene, and you don't expect it because it's over like a candy bar.
yeah.
Oh
And here we go.
man.
And he died recently too, didn't he?
Who? Oh, the fat.
Uh,
Did they say
yeah.
something like he was like a child molester or something?
I
I
I
kept
don't.
seeing some. Dude, look, you gotta look that up. I keep seeing something he was like
Yeah, I'll take a look.
where he was like in some pedophile ring or something crazy like that.
Oh well, I kind of don't feel for him anymore if that is the case.
Yeah.
Let's take a look here. I love this. She's like writing all this on thing like, you do this. And he's like, no. She's like, yes, damn it. Okay. Let's find them. I, I was like, what you drawn? Like all of a sudden he's got this weird,
Southern
um,
accent.
yeah, it's like, really? Okay.
That girl is pretty hot though.
Yeah. I loved it. I love his reaction. Right here.
Hands off for you, animal.
Yeah.
Oh shit, she's got the laser pointer. Or the laser scope.
Yeah.
Yeah, this girl's ballsy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
still trying to.
I don't remember his name, but I think he was like a big pedophile dude.
Let's see here. Uh,
You ever watch the show Trailer Park Boys?
I've seen it a few times. I'm not like a,
Well,
like,
even being from Canada?
yeah, I found it okay.
Yeah. Is that
You
like a
know,
huge deal in Canada?
uh, it was a few years ago. I don't know whether it still is or not, but
Yeah, because I know that's where it's. I think it's from. They're all from, right?
I think so. Yeah.
But does you know that sheriff that never wears a shirt in Trailer
Yeah.
Park Boys?
Yeah.
He's got like a beer gut and he just travels around. That's what that
Yeah.
guy with the laser pointer reminds me of.
Completely. Completely,
Yeah,
yeah,
he looks
yeah.
just like him.
Uh, maybe this is it? I don't know. I'm still trying to find that guy that died. I can't remember his name.
I think I just look up Friday the 13th Part 5 cast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Friday the 13th died recently.
It's sort of insane. I don't like it. Joey, that's it. Okay. Of course, it didn't tell me his name. And here we got Jason actually coming into the.
Yeah, he looks so badass.
Yeah. This is sort of the part, that really sort of made you kind of go like, oh damn, is he actually gonna do it?
Yeah. Unfortunately, they didn't have the balls, though.
Yeah.
I wish Halloween kind of would have had the balls to do it, too.
Yeah. I mean, I think probably out of all the horror movies that have been around, they.
The guy's name is Dominic Brassia.
Okay. Yeah. There. Got him now. Uh.
Yeah. Corey Haim's mother names his alleged sexual abuser, and it was the Dominic.
Huh.
Yep. Investigating Hollywood pedophilia ring he was part of.
Huh. Wow. Well, that's pretty messed up.
Yeah, Corey Haim's mother pointed him out and said, he's, that was the guy.
Wow. Well, he's dead now.
Yeah. That's crazy, though, ain't it?
It is.
I'm surprised he didn't know that.
No, yeah, I
Oh,
just
that room
never.
does look brutal.
Yeah,
The
and I mean,
blood-covered shoes and stuff.
yeah, and it's just complete splatter, and part of you is like, damn, I want to know what happened there. What I want to know is this: where's the body?
Yeah.
There's blood everywhere, but there's no body parts. There's no body itself. Did he take it with him?
Yeah.
That's something I always liked about the Friday the 13th movies. At least some of the early ones. What I call the body room scene. Where someone comes along and they find like all the bodies have been taken, like put in one room, sort of thing.
Oh, yeah. Kind of like Sleepaway Camp 2 or whatever.
Yeah. I always liked scenes like that because they're always just kind of like,
Oh, that's so badass.
yeah.
What the hell was that he threw? I don't even know what that is.
I think it's like some kind of, I don't know. I think they just made something. It's like, well, we need him to throw something. Just, I don't know, give him a
I'm surprised they didn't
harpoon.
use that Bowie knife or whatever.
Yeah. I love it, and then they cut to it to like a dartboard.
Yeah.
It's stuff like that is just really kind of fun.
I like this to be checks on all the kids and they're all okay.
Yeah. I just love his death scene because he's such like a jerk. And then he gets kind of folded in half, and you're just kind of like, well, damn.
Yeah.
Oh, and this guy, man.
I forget how this guy dies.
He gets the old head smush.
I like how that flashlight light looks on Blu-ray though.
Yeah. And with the smoke slightly going through it and everything.
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
The only complaint I have is I wish the black levels were better on this Blu-ray.
I know what you mean. It could,
Do they look soft on yours too?
they do.
Yeah.
They do. I mean, but then again,
It's an old grainy
it's
movie. Yeah.
old grainy movie, and it's two movies on one disc.
Yeah, that's true. It's
You
better
know,
than
I mean-
Scalps, that's for sure. I mean, Scalps is I was really enjoying it so far, but the transfer, you could tell it's Blu-ray, but it's so grainy.
Yeah. it's kind of surprising. Sometimes, I just like, there's no scary man.
It crushes his head.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, this scary man right here, who you're trying to shoot, but it's just going straight through him. You'd think after the first couple of, you know,
Yeah, that head crush was badass though.
yeah. From what I know, originally that one was supposed to be more gory as well.
I think in Friday the 13th, all the kills are supposed to be more gory. I
Yeah,
think the censors just hate this series and piss
yeah.
people away.
I think it was after Part Five, because I know Part Five originally got an X rating, and then they worked it down to an R. After that, essentially, yeah, they kind of went cut happy.
Yeah.
Like Part Seven is an example of one that really,
Doesn't it piss you off too that they never save those cut segments?
yeah, yeah, that's really annoying. I mean, I understand the logic behind it. Back then they were making this movie, that was probably didn't think it was ever gonna get like
They weren't thinking of Blu-ray releases at
re-releases.
the moment.
No, no, but you end up with,
At least now
you
they
know,
have hindsight to do that stuff though.
yeah. I
Like
mean, hell,
that Evil Dead
mhm,
new one, the
the
R-rated
remake.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have like enough footage to warrant buying it again?
Uh, well, are you a fan of the remake?
Oh yeah.
If you're a fan of the remake, then yeah, it's worth it.
Yeah, I love
I
the
mean,
remake.
there's a lot like more like essentially it's I think it's all the stuff that they cut out just to get the R rating. So there's slightly longer cuts of everything, but you see her like
Like more
you know
gore.
when yeah, like when she's cutting her tongue in half and
Oh yeah.
everything. You see like a longer shot of that, like it'll linger on it more and everything.
That's cool.
It's worth it, but I don't know whether it's worth getting
I
the.
bet Jason just keeps getting up.
I know, and he's just gonna like you can keep shooting me. I'm just gonna keep getting up. It doesn't matter. I just love the fact he's using a shotgun, and it never occurs to him. You know what? I'm just gonna go like shove this like right in his eye hole and pull the trigger.
I know.
And
I
I
do
love
love
this.
that
It's
the
like,
blood splatter that shows up on the mask.
yeah, and I totally love just the fact also that like he's been shooting him with a shotgun. It's not working, so he pulls out his like revolver. Like
Like that's gonna do anything.
yeah, I mean like if shotgun blasts don't do it, I don't think your piddly little
Pistol's
you
gonna
know
do anything.
it's not at all.
You like how there's
Mm.
really no extras in this movie at all besides like you don't really see anybody else.
Yeah, it's just kind of the main people.
God, I would have loved to see what happened in that room though.
Yeah, I mean it's like I said, where's the body?
Yeah, there's something about the way he walks in this one I really dig.
Yeah, well it's kind of like I don't know.
Like with a purpose, like it's quick, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
It ain't
it's
like
like he's
Kane
like
Hodder where it's kind of slow and you know what I mean? He's like
yeah.
this one dude walks with like a purpose, you know?
Yeah, he's like, I am gonna get you, and I am gonna rip your like some part of your body off.
You wish Jason ran more though, like he did in the remake,
Uh,
where he
yes
just
and
all
no.
ass dude.
It worked when used right, but I think it's a thing. A lot of people could go overboard with it. They could make him be running everywhere and everything. I think it's something that would work really well as like say he's been walking around the entire time, and then at one point he just hauls ass,
Yeah,
and it would be essentially like almost like a jump scare,
yeah.
but it would because it would just be something so out of the ordinary. You do not expect this. I love that. I'm gonna find my daddy, the sheriff. It's
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Have you ever
Good
seen
luck there.
Dazed and Confused?
I love that movie.
That kid looks just like that kid in Dazed and Confused.
He does. Man, it's kind of gotten me wondering if it actually is him.
No, it's not him.
It can't be.
No, it's
Oh.
definitely not, but it looks just like him.
Uh,
And the other kid looked like Ryan Gosling.
wouldn't it be funny if that was like the actual case? Like, pretty big actors were all part of
Do you know
this.
Ryan
Oh,
Gosling's first thing ever was Goosebumps?
really?
Yeah, there's a Goosebumps episode that he's in.
That's kind of
And
funny.
you know the show Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yeah.
He was in an episode of that too.
Well,
Doesn't it
that's
look like him though?
yeah.
Looks like a lot like Ryan Gosling too.
Oh man. So, what were you going to be when you grew up? And I love the other kid's reaction. He's like, "Oh, oh man." Now,
So the
what I
shotgun
want,
does nothing, but his kid. Dang
yeah,
man.
I just love the fact that he runs after him, and like I'm watching the subtitles. I know he says like, "No, not her,"
Yeah.
but it sounds like he says, "No, daughter," and I'm like,
Oh, I
"Oh,
love that.
okay."
Breaks his backpack.
Yeah, and then snap. Oh, that was another one
Oh,
that
that
had
I'm sure
more.
was cut to hell. Now, do you like this
Yeah.
ending they do with the whole boat and all that, or the
I
little?
think it. I think it works.
Yeah, I do
I
too.
think.
I like it a lot. And have you seen that thing
Yeah.
NECA has where it's like a Friday the 13th accessories pack?
Yeah, I've seen that.
And it's like it actually has a thing where it's like the rock and chain and it holds your Jason figure up like he's floating.
That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
I wish they'd do a figure of the sheriff that you could bend backwards and break. That would be kind of fun. It's just like, look, Sheriff Garris or
Yeah, I'd rather
whatever
have the
with back-breaking action.
you know, like in a Freddy vs. Jason, the dude who gets his back broken in the bed.
Oh
The
yeah.
dude who's like just a total dickhead to that. God, what the heck's that actress's name?
Oh.
What's that actress's
Um.
name from American Mary and
Catherine
Jefferson? Yeah,
Isabel.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, she's hot.
yeah. I know. That's what infuriated me about that. Was he was just
Yeah.
such an asshole to her.
Yeah.
Is he breaking
I
this
just
woman's
look
head again, dude? He has like an
he,
obsession with
head
fucking
mushing. Yes.
squeezing skulls and.
Yeah. I love the fact that he's like, Jason, come on. And he's like, okay.
See,
And I
there
mean,
the
the
walk
fact of the
doesn't
matter.
look too good, but.
No. I mean, the
Oh, I
fact of
thought
the
he
matter
said,
is, I
"Come
don't
on,
think.
faggot head."
Oh man, it's kind of funny. It's like, would Jason honestly go out of his way just to get Tommy Jarvis? I mean,
Yeah, just walking into a trap.
it'd be just. I think it'd be more along the lines of like, well, there's that guy out there who killed me once, or
It
there's
almost
over
makes him
here.
like he's like a dog or something. Like he's like, "Come here," and the girl's like, "No, come here." You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He just keeps looking back and forth.
Like, oh. I'll go to that one. He's got more food.
Yeah, but remember, like, see, that's so bizarre. He's just gonna walk into the lake.
Yeah. I mean, and the fact of the matter is, like, if this was really going to work, his whole idea of, like, drowning him or whatever the hell he plans to do, you know, wouldn't getting him into the lake, like this part be the hardest part?
Yeah,
I kind of doubt he would just walk like, oh, okay,
yeah,
he's calling me. I mean, well, that's one thing you can always say about Kane Hodder's Jason. He was like a machine, but you could always tell he was sort of thinking about things.
yeah. He was more intelligent.
He was like, yeah, this is a trap,
Yeah, they kind of.
but I'm
made
gonna
him
go
have,
in anywhere and just
an
rip
imbecile
everyone
in
apart.
this one.
Yeah, he's a little bit. I love this. I'm gonna set the lake on fire. I mean, it's a neat scene and it looks cool, but still, it's
Yeah,
like
I do like the way it looks. It's really memorable to me.
I always think it would have been funny if he'd brought out like the matches or whatever, like tried to light them and it started raining again. I just think that would have been hilarious. And I find it funny also that it goes right around the boat, but he didn't actually put gas around the whole boat. He just did it on either side. Oh.
I do like this scene though.
Yeah.
Well, I take it
It
you're not a
does.
huge fan of this ending.
It's all right, but I mean, it's just I don't know. I expect kind of. I
I like
expected
the
something
ending
that.
shot where you just see him floating in the water.
Yeah. I like the use of the the boat propeller.
Oh yeah.
I think that's good. I mean, but the thing is, I mean, let's be honest. After everything we've seen him do, are you telling me he couldn't get a chain around his neck? Hmm. If anything, I mean, I would expect this to kill Tommy more so than Jason.
Yeah. See, I love that.
Yeah, I like that sign. Welcome to
That
Camp
Camp Blood.
Blood. Yeah, someone's like crossed it off and made it Camp Blood.
And I like how when the next one kind of picks off at this ending too.
Yeah, I mean, that's something, I've always kind of liked when they completely like bookend it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they definitely have some good stories to go back to school with.
Yeah, it's like, what did you do for summer holiday? Oh, I went to France. What about you? We went to a summer camp and saw everybody get killed, and then a guy got in the water and he drowned another guy, but he wasn't dead yet, so they used a.
Yeah. People would be like, huh?
Did you just hear that?
What? Yeah, it was
Okay.
weird. What
Yeah,
was
that
that?
that was that was on my computer. It opened up and
Yeah, it did.
yeah,
Yeah, I was thinking,
you're like, wait a minute, like that don't sound right. Yeah, that's that video file.
oh, okay.
So I'll just send you the link.
What, with the dude, that accident?
Yeah, yeah, it's kind of insane. There's that damn creepy ass baby. Okay. Yeah, I've sent it to Facebook Messenger.
Slovakia.
Yeah. Anyone listening to this, like, it's a Slovakian car crash, and it's kind of insane. Like the look of like everything you see floating up,
Yeah.
and this kind of like this head crack part also. Got like there. It's like, oh, and the little chunks of stuff,
Yeah.
you know. Damn meat.
And in case you missed this, take a look at your screen. Did you see the video this week? This is a driver in Slovakia who was lucky.
Yeah, I'll check the video out after the movie.
Yeah, cool. It's kind of wild. I love this is her idea of CPR. Just I'll breathe on him.
Yeah, I like that kid's Masters of the Universe shirt too.
Most entertaining part of the entire movie, the Masters of the Universe shirt, with that dude with the extending neck. I can't remember what he was called.
Yeah, I can't either.
I love it that the fact she's like completely forgotten about her father, who's been like sandwiched about 6 feet to the left or something.
Yeah, she's been like obsessed with this dude for some reason.
Yeah, this random insane guy. Oh. Now we will look at the lake. Everyone look at the lake.
I love these ending shots of these movies where it's just that panning shot to the lake.
Yeah,
He's
always.
vanished back to the lake.
Yeah, and it's always, he's always gonna come back, right?
Yeah. See, I love that, him just in underwater like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't tell me like he couldn't get out of that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's alive now. It's like just unhook it.
Yeah. So that was Friday the 13th, Part 6.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, I love that movie.
Yeah, it's one of the. It's a great introduction to the series.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, is there anything in that movie that anyone could really be offended by?
No.
No, I mean, it's essentially a PG-13 movie.
Yeah.
Like a hard PG-13.
Yeah, I could see that. It's definitely one of the more... Oh, I love this song, too.
Yeah.
The Man Behind the Mask.
Yeah. Alice Cooper.
But, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Corey's Crypt.
This is BDG Reviews.
Peace.
Peace.